What if I were to tell you that your body isn't actually the biggest thing that's taking up space in your life, but maybe your thoughts about your body are? Sometimes we just spend so many hours of the day checking mirrors, pinching our stomach, especially as women, or avoiding photographs, changing outfits hundreds of times, feeling guilty about eating, or believing that our entire worth either rises or it falls depending on what we look like. And eventually we spend years just trying to build up this perfect looking body. But in today's video, I really wanted to talk about how, as women, we can actually stop making our bodies the centers of our universe, because this can be so toxic and lead to really bad things like eating disorders and body dysmorphia and many mental and physical health issues. So I think it's so important that people actually speak about topics like this much more. Obsessing over your appearance isn't often vanity, but sometimes it can literally just be anxiety wearing different clothes. So when your life feels really uncertain, sometimes your brain is desperately looking for something that it actually can control, and this can sometimes be like your weight or your makeup or your calories or your measurements or your skin. And this is just because if you feel like you can just perfect one thing, then maybe you'll finally feel safe. But here's the problem with this: if you lose 5 pounds, then something else will bother you. Like, you'll think that your arm doesn't look right, or that there's another problem that you have to solve. So ultimately then the goalpost will just never stop moving and you'll never be happy with how you look. But because body perception is incredibly deceptive, people might even look at you while you're struggling with an eating disorder and compliment you and say things like, "Oh, you look really amazing. You're glowing, you look so skinny, you look so healthy, you've lost so much weight." But then internally, you could be feeling like really shit about yourself. And, you know, when your whole entire day revolves around your appearance, you can't enjoy any other aspects of life. Like, you can't just go and enjoy your dinner, you can't just relax on holiday, you can't just go and take some photographs of yourself, because every single picture then will become evidence, and then you'll pick every photo apart and look for all of the flaws rather than just appreciating your beauty for how it is. And every reflection then will become an evaluation, and every meal will become more of a moral decision rather than something to just be savoured and enjoyed and to thank God for. And so this just means that you're not physically free, and you just become so psychologically imprisoned. The strange paradox that most people actually never realise is that the people who are the most beautiful, they often spend the least amount of time thinking about being beautiful, and instead they just have this amazing aura to them and such a magnetic presence. Like, if you think about someone who you know who just is so incredibly captivating, it's usually because they have such a glow to them and such a warmth that you just can't help but think that they're really beautiful, because they just, you know, shine so bright. And you probably remember other things about them, like the way that they laugh, or their confidence, or the way they carry themselves, their humour, their energy, their kindness, not the exact shape of their waistline, or not the symmetry of their face. The irony really is that genuine attractiveness often increases when appearance stops becoming someone's whole identity, or at least their core identity, because confidence does not come from having perfect looking features, but actually it comes from somewhere more interesting, where we place our attention. So here's the uncomfortable question. If tomorrow morning, say you woke up with what you consider to be the perfect looking body, how long would it actually satisfy you for? Like, if you really think about it, would it just make you confident for a week, or would it boost your self-esteem for a month maybe, or a year or 2 years? Or would your brain simply invent something else to worry about and you'd stop thinking about it within, I don't know, a couple of hours? The question makes many people uncomfortable because it reveals something really profound, which is that maybe the problem was never your body, but maybe the problem was believing that your body can solve an emotional need that it was never designed to solve. And so leave a comment below and just let me know, like, what do you think you've been hoping for if you've aspired to have like a perfect looking body? What do you think it would finally give you? What problem would it solve for you in your life? Would it make you feel more confident? Would it give you more love or make you feel more loved? Would it make you feel more accepted by the people around you, your community? Would it give you a sense of freedom? And for so many of you guys out there, I'm sure food is not just food. There's some sort of emotional feeling or desire or need attached to it. So it might be comfort, or it might be reward, or it might be used as a punishment, or as a means of control, or distraction, or entertainment, or relief, or identity even. And sometimes we do not eat because we just feel hungry, but instead we eat because we are overwhelmed, or because we feel lonely, or because we're bored, or we're anxious, or we're depressed, or other times we avoid the food completely, not because we are disciplined, but because we are terrified. Neither extreme brings us any sense of peace. Real freedom comes when food simply becomes fuel, celebration, pleasure, food, not your therapist, but just something you use that you know is going to give you energy and keep up your efficiency and productivity and just boost your overall health. And as soon as you stop attaching to emotions to food, then you take your power back. Could you imagine if you owned one of the world's most beautiful sports cars, like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or a Porsche, for example, but instead of driving it, you spent every single day polishing it, checking it, comparing it to other people's, photographing it, worrying about scratching it? Eventually, you will actually forget that the entire purpose of owning the car itself was to actually go somewhere. Your body is the exact same way. It was built to carry you through life experiences, to be able to laugh, to hug, to dance, to travel, to explore, to love, to sing, to climb mountains, and to go and chase your dreams. Not to spend every single waking hour of the day inspecting it. The purpose of your body is your life. It's not the other way around. You do not heal your obsession with your body by forcing yourself to look in the mirror every single morning and telling yourself that you're beautiful. You heal it by becoming so engaged with your life in all other areas that your appearance then naturally takes up less space in your mind. So you start creating art instead, if that's what you're into, or you just start building more meaningful relationships and friendships and connections, and you read more literature, you further develop your skill sets, You go out into the world and volunteer and help other people who are less fortunate than you are. And you go and travel, and if you have the opportunity to, and see different parts of the world so that you can expand your horizons, become more cultured, interesting person. You go and take walks out in nature to ground yourself, and you go and see you go and explore a forest, for example. You learn how to make your own music, or you even just start whatever business ideas being just kind of like brewing in the back of your head. And you just fall so deeply in love with your evolution into becoming a more interesting human being. Because people who are deeply fulfilled, they don't have time to spend 6 hours mentally analysing their reflection. They have lives that they want to live. Their goal isn't to hate their appearance less, it's to think about it less. And one day, your body will start to change, everyone's does, and the beauty standards in society will start to change, and fashion trends will come and go, and they change all the time. Your face will start to change, your face will age and sag, and your skin will start to look droopy, and your body will start to break down. But your character, your wisdom, your resilience, your compassion, your morals, your creativity, those are all things that deepen with every passing year. And so if your entire identity is just built upon something guaranteed to change, then life will always feel very frightening. But if your identity is built on who you actually are as a person, not on what you look like, then nothing can truly take that away. And so if this video did resonate with you, then I just want you to remember this one sentence, that your body is just a part of your life, and it's simply just your physical real estate, but it is not your purpose at all, and does not make up your emotional real estate, and it does not reflect who you are as a person internally. You deserve days where you just laugh freely without wondering how your face is going to look, or you deserve to eat that cheap meal and just feel no guilt because of it on that one random day. You deserve to take photographs that just remind you of memories in your life, and they don't instead become evidence. You deserve to feel a sense of freedom. And if this video helped you see yourself differently, then I'd absolutely love to hear from you down below in the comment section. And if you are also on a journey of becoming a more confident individual, more emotionally free, and just having a deeper, more secure relationship with yourself, then please do consider subscribing, because this is exactly what we explore here. And so until next time, take care of yourself. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for sticking around till the end of this video. I appreciate it so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!